welcome back to Press Here. We'll start with Ben Parr of Mashable.
And so Google recently announced a major change in leadership. Eric Schmidt, who's been the CEO for the past decade, is stepping down, and Larry Page, one of the co-founders, is leading the company now. How is that going to change the company culture and how you guys do business?
Eric has been a brilliant CEO for the last 10 years. It has been a pleasure working under him, and we have seen tremendous growth as a company in the last 10 years under Eric. However, 10 years is a long time to operate a company Google's size on a day-to-day basis. And Eric, Larry, and Sergey collectively decided over the holidays that it's time to clarify their roles. And it's always good to make a change when things are going well. 2010 was an amazing year for Google, and as you may remember, our Q4 was a gangbuster quarter for us. Things are going very well at Google, and this is a perfect time to make a change, and as Eric said, Larry is ready.
So what's new? What can we expect with the new change in 2011?
The company would be operating pretty much in the same way with more clarified roles for Eric, Larry, and Sergey.
Was there confusion before? Do I go to Eric, Larry, or Sergey? I mean, you say clarified roles.
There wasn't really a confusion in that sense because they always worked together closely with us, and a single voice always came out. However, as we grow and as we face new challenges out there, it's better to further clarify who does what role. And Larry will be focusing on product and our technology direction. And starting April, he will take on the day-to-day responsibilities of the company as a CEO.
It almost seems like there was a little bit of a disagreement as to who was doing what, you know.
Well, confusion, that's a nice way. Yes.
Well, you know, I always found the conversations very energizing when I was with all of
you. You are one of the top men at Google. You're responsible for the algorithm that gets me the response I need. When you had an emergency, who'd you go to before?
Oh, if we had an emergency, I would talk to either Sergey or Larry because they were on the technology side of things. Eric paid a lot more attention to the business and governmental outreach.
And so you still be calling
and
Sergey
I'd still
and
be
Larry.
doing the same thing. You know,
Right.
we have worked with Larry and Sergey for so many years. They were the ones who wrote this engine to begin with, and they have deep involvement with our search today.
So while Google has had a very good quarter and a very good recent earnings report, there have been some issues on the surface. Google Wave, one of your products, was recently discontinued. The original Nexus 1 didn't succeed. Google Buzz has been mediocre in terms of progress at best, especially in social for Google. You've had problems. How do you think Larry is going to lead the company to fix that kind of problem and get Google into social?
So I wouldn't characterize all those as problems. Indeed, as a company, you try numerous different products. Several of them are amazingly successful. Android, our mobile operating system, is shipping 300,000 units a day.
Number one now, right?
Yeah, and YouTube doubled its traffic over the last year. Our display advertising has a run rate of $2.5 billion, and our mobile business is generating over $1 billion a year. So for so many successes, to pick 2 or 3 things that we wish could have succeeded more is fine, right? Because as a company, you have to do numerous things, and several of them would succeed tremendously. Several of them we wish would have succeeded more, but we'd learn from what we did there.
And be allowed to fail.
And be
and
allowed
say,
to
you know what,
fail.
let's try and throw this up on the wall.
Exactly, Scott. Google's all about failing fast, and that's how we get here.
Good. Well, yes. When you have Facebook and you can't get in and see what's going on completely in Facebook or some other site, when you have Twitter moving so fast, these are the kind of the future of the web, or at least the exciting parts of the web. That's a threat to you. It's got to be a threat to you.
Well, Facebook is really good for the web, and whatever is good for the web is good for Google, because as the web grows, much more of billions of dollars of advertising money comes online, and we benefit from that as a business. Facebook is a great service for its users. It has allowed many people to come online, and we are benefiting from the growth of the web. So I think there's enough space for both of us to exist and thrive in this open web ecosystem, and that's what keeps me so excited.
But you
All
two
right. No, Ben, I got to cut you off there. We got to go to a commercial and get to our next guest. But Dr. Amit Singhal of Google, thank you for being with us
Thank
this
you very
morning.
much for having me here.
Up next on Press Here, saving a life. Yeah, there's an app for that. The amazing power of community linked by smartphones.